Greetings, everyone. This is Rock Roll Stock Convention with the Willie Combiner. We covered this week's DC books last night. So let's get started on this week's Marvel books. Kicking things off, we've got Uncanny X-Men number 6. So after the X-Men triumphed over Sarah Gaunt, well, it's time for the younger mutants to at the very least basically go to school, as are the rules with Haven House. So the issue opens with a flashback to the Simone Pinette estate in Clinton, Virginia. Apparently, Calico, well, the young girl who would become known as Calico, was homeschooled, and she apparently talked with one of the groundskeepers. Apparently, groundskeeper has a kid who goes to a nice school in town, and that maybe she could go there too. And her mother, as the groundskeeper in question, fired. In the present, she is adamant about not going to school. Rogue tries to talk her down, but Jubilee manages to pull it off, telling Becca that it's a rule of Mr. St. Junior's that kids that stay there at Haven House have to go to school. And apparently they're all goblins at school. Wolverine also tries to talk her down, but ends up getting kicked in the chest by her horse. But Gambit manages to be the one actually talking her into it. Also explaining that despite what her mother told her, Becca is a mutant. That is, mutants were made by goblins doing nasty things with witches. And she makes the realization that she's a mutant. She simply says, she says over and over, that she's a mutant. Even flying off on her horse and eventually apologizing to Logan. And so, the kids go to school. However, and Becca has to part with Ember for the day. Her horse. And Chelsea, the other, the potentially non-mutant kid living at the Haven House, comes to the rescue and lets Becca borrow a stuffed dinosaur, Tuffy, who survived a hurricane, so he's brave. And, you keep her from getting scared. And the kids on the school bus are, well, basically rude assholes. But Mr. St. Jacobs has a grocery list for Jubilee and Nightcrawler. So they do the grocery shopping incognito. Nightcrawler bamfs away to help save a child from getting hit by a truck, while a gun is pulled on Jubilee. Wolverine has an ask of Remy and Rogue, and apparently a bottle of booze, smart from it was smart army buddies, and bottle of tequila. Logan's the last one. And so he won. The bottle's his. But apparently at convenience store, the gun was pulled on Jubilee by some prisoners from Grey Malkin Prison. Blob, Siren, and I think Toad. But Nightcrawler bamfs away, checks on Jubilee, finds her gone, and at the school, the principal welcomes the new students. And basically tells the new students that if they behave themselves, they'll be fine. They keep a low profile for everyone's safety while doing the mutant sign. It's understood. And of course, the non-mutant kids are, well, so cruel. But Nightcrawler finds that Jubilee's gone, and there appears to be some red liquid on the floor, corrupting some of his blood. But Rancid gets into a fight with some of the students. He wins, and Becca is taken prisoner by ONE operatives to be delivered to the school, or um, Great Baldwin Prison. And that is where the issue ends, leading to, obviously, the raid on Grey Malvin, which will be covered. The next month's X books will be focusing on that story. Well, at least X-Men and Uncanny X-Men. Moving on, though, to our next book, also good issue Uncanny. But moving on, we've got Dazzler number 3. Where we left off, Dazzler's tour was not exactly going great. Apparently someone put a contract out on her. But not so much killing her. They want to ruin the tour. And she got a visit from Lila Cheney. So the issue opens. Apparently, multiple tour dates are being canceled. Basically, because of venues or countries not allowing her in them. And so Lila and Domino's made a suspect list as to who might be responsible for putting out the hit. Dr. Doom, it's Doom, you know. Lois London, aka Mortis. Dazzler's Master, Claw, Prince of Humanity. Bruce Harris, washed up rock star. Roman Nekabo, sleazebag musician. Amora, the Enchantress. Mojo. Eric Beale, film producer from Major Creepo. Alexander Flynn, supposed illegitimate son of Dr. Doom. Al Hex, ex-boyfriend, also the grandson of Dracula. The list goes on. But Lila opts to take Allie on a road trip, and she ended up in Tokyo, and catch the attention of Arcade. And so Arcade goes after them. Multiple robots attacking. Even robots on armored go-karts. But the Multiple Man and Domino managed to save Dazzler and Lila. But and she does a surprise show in Madripoor 2 days later. And that is where the issue ends, with the next stop being New York City. Fun issue, fun issue. We get to see who it is that's behind the contract on ruining Dazzler's tour. But anyways, moving on to our last book for the moment, we've got Mystique, number 2. Where we left off, Nick Fury was looking into Mystique. And Mystique's wife, Irene Adler, also known as Destiny, was seemingly killed. So the issue opens in Montana. Mystique is looking for a former ally of hers, Avalanche. Elsewhere, Nick Fury gets a visit from Maria Hill. Also, Nick Fury's house was blown up. He survived because of his shield body armor, and apparently the new shield has had people out looking for it, and he's had it the entire time. But he's trying to do things with as little oversight as possible. But Hill orders him to give her the files he's got. Meanwhile, Mystique, she goes to visit. She arrives at Avalanche's place with wearing Pyro's face. For a friendly face would help, but she's looking for information. Look, she's trying to find Abigail Benson. She used to be government liaison for Freedom Force, and well, Avalanche got in touch. He triggered an Avalanche just to cover his the remote cabin he's got, and him and Mystique fight it out with her taking on various forms. Avalanche gets the crap kicked out of him, and Benson is assigned to Destiny. Benson and Avalanche were having an affair back in Freedom Force days. They kept it quiet so she could keep her job. And Mystique asked why he would stay loyal to a woman who cast him aside so many years ago. Avalanche is the type. So the issue ends, and then Maria Hill goes to her home and finds Nick Fury Sr. there waiting for her, explaining that Junior's onto something with the whole Mystique situation. At the National Holocaust Memorial Museum, Mystique catches up with Benson using the form of using Magneto's form, and kills her after explaining to her that Avalanche loved her. And the issue ends with Maria Hill being introduced to Fury's source on the Mystique trail, Destiny. That's an interesting wrinkle. Good issue. very good issue. It's nice to acknowledge that in a book focusing on Mystique that Mystique's kind of a dick. But anyways, that's to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Big shout out to Patreon patron Red Band's Penis. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.